Hello there, this is the Shadow Ranger. I got some Q&A questions sent to me today from Mr. GS1427, and they were some pretty good questions, so I decided I would go ahead and make a video answering them. First question says, what streak is better, Goldberg's or Undertaker's? My opinion, Goldberg's. It did more for the company than the Undertaker streak has done for WWE. Goldberg pretty much kept WCW going for like an extra 2 years. He quickly became the top guy in the company. He is one of the few legit stars that WCW made during the Monday Night War. I mean, if you talk about how many legitimate stars did they make during that era, I would say Goldberg, Diamond Dallas Page, Booker T, that I would say are bona fide stars they made during that era. Conan, I would count too. Conan. But I always like Undertaker. I like Undertaker's streak, but Goldberg's is better. Goldberg's streak was better because he was defending it every night. Undertaker's streak is kind of corny when you break it down. Undertaker's streak is hype. It's all hype. It's a streak that's defended once a year. Because Undertaker can and does lose on other nights of the year. So he could lose on Raw the night after WrestleMania. He could lose 364 days of the year, but he wins at WrestleMania and everybody goes, the streak lives, the streak lives, the streak lives. Yeah, but he got beat like last week. So it's always been kind of phony, but it's been marketed so well that people love it every year. So you can't deny how much money they've been able to make out of it and marketing it, though. But I always like Goldberg streak better because it was more like a real winning streak. Goldberg streak wasn't I win at this pay-per-view every year. This was I win every match I have every night. I come out on Nitro, I won. I came out on Thunder and I won. I came out on Saturday night, on WCW Saturday night, and I won a match. And it was fabricated. It wasn't really 176 wins. They upped it up by claiming, a couple live event victories and things, But his streak just felt like better to me. It was something you could get in every night of the week. It was a huge number. It made legit stars, and there was always debate over who's going to be there. I remember his match against DDP at Halloween Havoc. That was the match where I remember being in middle school at that time where I was swearing up and down to all my friends that DDP was ending the streak at Halloween Havoc. That Goldberg was going to pick him up for the diamond cut, for the jackhammer, and DDP going to reverse it into a diamond cutter and get the pin. And that did happen. Goldberg does go up for the jackhammer. DDP reverses into a diamond cutter, but Goldberg ended up winning. That's one of my favorite matches ever. Gotta be. In my opinion, Goldberg's streak all around better than Undertaker's. In fact, Goldberg's the only guy I actually really want to see face Taker at WrestleMania, because you gotta think, if you're Goldberg, kayfabe wise, you gotta be pissed off hearing about all this Undertaker streak. If I was out there every night defending a winning streak up to 176 wins, and hear everybody go so nuts about some guy being 19-0, like it's a huge big deal, it's like, oh bullshit. I would be pissed if I was Goldberg, kayfabe wise. I would want to come back and end that streak. You want to talk about a streak, 176-0. So, anyway. Next question says, after the PG era, what era besides Attitude Era could WWE do? PG-13. PG doesn't have to be kiddie. PG can appeal to adults too. You can combine the two and make more of a PG-13 type era. If I was doing a wrestling company, that's what I would try to do. You can do PG in a way that's also appealing to adults. I've said this before, I'll say it again. If you want to know and understand PG that also appeals to adults, watch any decent superhero movie. Any good superhero movie is a prime example of PG that appeals to adults. What do you do after a PG era and a Attitude Era, Gimmick Era. Go back to that 80s, the more cartoony stuff where people have real gimmicks again. You know, when's the last time a guy debuted in the WWE who had face paint? You don't see face paint anymore. Now, they did it with Jeff Hardy a little bit down the line, but like that 80s, that Ultimate Warrior type of character, or Legion of Doom type character, or dudes whose gimmick is a job. Remember that? You used to have like the Undertaker, the Repo Man, Duke the Dumpster, and the Barbarian, and Hillbilly Jim. That 80s cartoon character where everybody had a character in their gimmick. I would like to see that again. Somebody with face paint on them, and kind of like Chikara, but not so, without all the masks. Too many masked wrestlers in Chikara. I'm not turning being it's like some lucha libre thing, but something like that would be good. What else could you do? They could adapt like some type of concept that other companies use. They could do like an era like where they be more like Ring of Honor style, where they really focus on the wrestling aspect of everybody's athletic ability, and they don't focus on characters that much. It would be boring, and I personally wouldn't watch it, but some people might get into it. There's not a lot other than PG and TVMA. Eventually, do another Attitude Era. After a while, it'll be long enough where you could do it again. In another 4 or 5 years, 4, 5, 6 years, do it again and make a new Attitude Era. You can redo some stuff and kind of take that thing again, and after you do that for a few more years, go back to PG. Alternate between the two. I don't know if you need any type of new era. What defunct WWE title would you bring back, and who would you put it on? Alright. Let's see here. This new roster page here. Let's see. Raw. No way. Okay. I don't like scrolling through this new page. I like having the roster page all together as one. It's nice and interactive though. If I'm gonna bring back a belt, I would bring back a lower tier title, like the European title or a television title, that some of the lower card guys could feud over. Guys like Kurt Hawkins and David Otunga, Evan Bourne, Heath Slater, Hunico, Jinder Mahal, Johnny Curtis, JTG, Justin Gabriel, all those dudes. Kofi maybe sometimes. Yeah, Mason Ryan, Michael McGillicuddy. I ain't having to scroll. Ted Jr., Trent Beretta, Tyler Rex, Tyson Kidd, Yoshitatsu, all those guys. That era, that group of guys, they could feud over it. A TV title or maybe the European title or something like that. What do you think of WWE's new website? It looks great. I don't like scrolling through the freaking roster page though. I like having the whole roster on one page where I can just scroll up and down. I don't like having to click through the buttons, and I don't need that particular piece of interaction. I like the full body shots of everybody. It's nice interactive looking. Especially if you want to scroll through the Divas profiles. All full body and everything. That's nice. Got alumni. You see the full body shot, so that's nice. And they have Drew McIntyre listed on the alumni. I guess they forgot to switch him back. There's Gilbert, Gobbledygooker, Goldberg, Hurricane, IRS, Ivory, Jake the Snake, Jamie Noble, Jazz, JBL, Jillian, Joey Mercury, Joey Styles, Coachman, King Kong Bundy, Melissa Sean, Maurice, Phil McCool, Mick Foley, Miss Elizabeth, The Missing Link, Papa Shango, Kishi, Macho Man, Molly Holly, Sable, Sean Waltman, Shelton Benjamin, Sid, Skinner, Slick, Stacy Keebler, Tajiri, Tiffany. I'm just rambling here. Ultimate Warrior, Dr. Tom. Hey, it's nice and interactive and all. That's nice though. Got the Hall of Fame section. You just scroll through here. It's Bullet Mountain Brain, Bobo Brazil, Buddy Rogers, Chief J Strongbow. Let's see here. Anyway. But it's a nice looking site. It doesn't look too bad. It seems to be more interactive to move through. So. And ring gear and stuff here. Anyway, let me get back on topic here. But yeah, it's a nice site. What title would you create for the WWE? A title. A new title? Don't need any new ones. They don't need new titles. They need less. They need I would create a unified world title, the WWE World Championship. Unify the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title. Make that one belt. Get those brand together. Cut a little fat. Make one of those belts a secondary belt. You know, have just the WWE World title as the main belt. The Intercontinental title is the secondary belt. Drop the U.S. title down to a third tier belt instead of having, like I was saying, a TV title for those lower card guys. Like, you know, Trent Beretta, Tyson Kidd, all those guys. Drop the U.S. title down there and let those guys feud over the U.S. title. I would get rid of the Divas title, bring back the women's title. I prefer to have that, or at least make a better looking belt. A more respectable championship belt if they want to leave it there. So that's probably all I would do. Last one. Who is your least favorite wrestler and who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Favorite wrestler of all time. Diamond Dallas Page, Undertaker, Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, The Rock. Oh, a lot of them here. Least favorite wrestler? I don't think I have one. It's probably dudes I never really watched. I can't think of any wrestler I just... I mean, there's dudes I didn't care about, but there's really nobody I really, like, hated. When I was younger, I hated Shawn Michaels a lot. I used to cheer for anybody who beat up Shawn Michaels. I just thought he was just a little wimpy pretty boy, so anybody who beat up Shawn Michaels I cheered for. Other than that, I can't say I have a least favorite wrestler of all time. I mean, there's a lot of guys I just never gave a crap about, though. So yeah. Yeah, that's the last one. So, This is a quick little video, only about 15 minutes, a little more than that. So, Mr. GS1427, thank you for sending me these questions. And sorry I rambled a bit when I was looking at the new WWE website. So, there we go. Alright, so there's a quick Q&A for all of you. This is the Shadow Ranger. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.